Hello, it has been a little while. Good morning or afternoon or whatever. It's Dr. Sil here, and I haven't made a bit of a vlog or reflective video for months, I would say. It's just been a crazy time. I have essentially been doing job interviews. For those of you who don't know, I'm a junior doctor in Sydney, Australia, and at the moment is the time of deciding what to do with your lives. So it's been a very existential time. So I've got kind of 4 updates to share with you guys, and kind of keen to get back into YouTube now that I have resolved a lot of my existential crises. The first update will be about career and what I'm planning to do with my life. The second update will be about, let's call it health and fitness. The next update, let's talk a bit about love and updates on that front. And what's a good final update? Where I'm living, planning for life. And I know one of them is health and fitness, and I am eating pizza, but let's just call it a cheat meal. So look, I think I said we'd start with the career reflection. I have, day to day changed my mind as to what I was going to do as a career, whether it was going to be emergency medicine or psychiatry. I've been changing my mind quite regularly. If you asked me on a Monday, it would be 100% emergency medicine. If you asked me on a Tuesday, it would be 100% psychiatry. And I came to the decision that we're going to give psychiatry a red hot go. Oh, Albie, come say hi. Hop up. This is Albie, guys. I hope you remember him. And so I applied for both emergency medicine and psychiatry jobs for next year. And I've just finished all my interviews, which some went well, one didn't go so well, but I did 3 interviews, 2 went well and 1 didn't go so well. And I've been offered a job in psychiatry for next year for one of the interviews, one of the ones that went well. So it's very exciting news. And when you can help someone who's suffering from a mental illness, it's extremely fulfilling and it's awesome. You really can change someone's life like nothing else in psychiatry. You can change someone's identity. If someone, in a program for a psychotic illness and they're spending all the time inside and having voices telling them horrible things, and you manage them well, you can change it, turns their life around and change who they are, and they can become more of who they want to be. And that's a really nice feeling. And it's fascinating to learn about the brain. So I love the idea of spending a career learning about the brain and behavior and contributing to that in some way, and to contribute to education as well. So yeah, I will be a trainee next year. That is the plan for next year. Am I ready to? I don't know. I'm going to be postgraduate year 3, so that's 3 years out of med school, and if whatever happens and I don't like it, I can always change to something else. But I think it's really worth just trying training as a psychiatrist. Yeah, I'm just not one of those people who's always 100% sure that I wanted to do one thing. Like, I met medical students who just were gung-ho on becoming a urological surgeon, and they were learning about certain robotic prostatectomies when they were 19 years old. Like, what 19-year-old needs to know about robotic prostatectomies? But anyway, like that, each to their own, and that's fine. It's just like not the way that I've evolved as a physician. Or as a doctor, I should say. I've always been pretty general. In other news, because I was playing way too many video games last year, I got fat. And so in recent, sorry, I'm just going to go inside where there's a bit less background noise. So in recent, do you want to come inside? No. In recent, let's call it months, I've started going to the gym. I really want to do boxing and get personal training with do pad work and stuff with a trainer. It's a bit expensive to get a one-on-one trainer, so I haven't gotten around to doing that yet. But I've been going to the gym 3 times a day, 3 times a week minimum, and sometimes as much as 4 times or 5 times a week. That hasn't happened, but I'm going to start going more regularly. My diet's really good. I'm low carb, lowish carb, I am smashing a pizza at the moment, but I'm only human, and I'm not like. I don't know if I'm going to go for a full gung-ho diet and cutting. I'm just trying to find healthy, sustainable lifestyle choices. So I just, it's sustainable to just cut rice out of meals, and have low carb meals. I think it is. That's something I can do and I survive with. So that's the kind of thing I'm doing. At the moment it's just going to the gym, which is okay, but nothing's as fun as doing functional exercise in my view. So I wish I could do jiu-jitsu. I was actually doing jiu-jitsu, but then I dislocated my shoulder, and I had to relocate it, which was good because, I learned how to do that in emergency medicine. So what I've been practicing on patients came into use for me, which is good. So I relocated my own shoulder in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, which was painful, and so I'll need surgery if I ever want to do Jiu-Jitsu. I'm kind of focusing on a bit of health and wellness. I even have a skincare routine. I might make a video about that. I'm trying to develop healthy, long-term, sustainable systems, sleeping well, having the one thing that I'm still not good at the moment is a good morning routine. Yeah, I'm still just waking up and going on my phone, which sucks, and I want to change that. And I think the key to changing that is to find something else that's better to do than that. And so maybe I'm doing journal entries first thing in the morning. That's what I'm trying at the moment. We'll see how that goes. But that's my health and wellness update. So watch this space, and within a couple months, I'm going to get ripped. And maybe we can post some health and wellness content or something. I don't know. And that was the health and wellness. So the next thing is love, I think was the next update. And that is right, because I am engaged. Yes, I proposed to my girlfriend, which was really nice. We were in the Blue Mountains, which is a place in Australia that has gorgeous views. And it's just in nature, and we did lots of hiking, and we brought Albie, and it was all very, really nice. My heart is feeling very full of love at the moment. I think the most important decision you make in your life is who you spend it with, whether that's partners, friends, family. You want to be surrounded by good people. And we've been together for 7 years and just madly in love still. And we have really good fundamentals in communication, and both very good listeners to each other, and deeply respect one another. So we have a good foundation. I'm optimistic about the future. It's funny, we both come from families that have divorced parents, and having divorced parents makes you more realistic about, even though we love each other wildly now, anything could happen. No one goes into a marriage planning for a divorce, yet more than 50% of marriages get divorces. And a lot of people, so essentially you want to be a realist, and we are both very realistic. And so I think fundamental to us, I think the fact that we're realistic about the potential that we could break up one day means we're less likely to, because we really appreciate each other, given the fact we accept that it might not last forever. And that's that's really not cliche. Normally it's I'm engaged, I'm in love, I'm going to last forever. And that's what I hope happens. But we're also realistic, and I think being realistic makes it more likely to last forever. We're definitely going to last forever. I love her so much. And then the last update was life. Yes. So I'm flying through this, but I just wanted a short update for you guys. The final thing is I'm going to move city. So I'm in Sydney at the moment, which is incredibly unaffordable. And I'm going to move to Canberra, which is just unaffordable. So it's not incredibly unaffordable. I'm going from incredibly unaffordable to affordable. That's the transition I'm going to be doing. I think it's the right decision. I think going to Canberra... Oh, that's going to be bad lighting. Let's go this way. I think going to Canberra... Let me set you guys up. Is that all right? I think going to Canberra next year will help us decide will help us justify if we can buy in Sydney, because Sydney is so expensive. I feel like I have to spend at least a year in Canberra, which is a bit less expensive, before purchasing a property in Sydney. So I'm going to try Canberra out, and it's it is a colder city, and then it gets hotter in summer and drier, which is unpleasant. But it's got a lot of nice things. We've got lots of friends there. It's really easy to get around. It's got nice elements to the city. There's pretty places. It's just less busy than Sydney, and Sydney's a bit too busy for me. I like a bit of a chiller life. So we're going to try Canberra out for a year. Try psychiatry, try Canberra. We're also just going to live us two, so it'll let us know if we want more housemates in the future. We've loved living with people. But for next year, we'll just live with me and my partner, and see how that goes. And so next year we'll be answering a lot of existential questions, and we'll take it from there. I hope to make more content. I hope to make more mental health content now, because I've decided what I want to do. Now I can kind of, you know what's huge about this? I've found my freaking niche now. Like, now I know that my niche is going to be mental health. I just have to find out what kind of videos to make about it, what kind of educational style and whatever. So I got to start investing in that. All right, lots of love, peace, and have an absolutely lovely day. I'll see you guys all in the next video. See ya.